What's going on, everybody? Welcome to CowTech episode 65. Man, I can't believe it. I'm your host, Adam Ross. Yeah, and to my virtual left is Tyler. Tyler, what's going on?
Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome back.
Yeah, man, it is going to be a packed show. We have so much going on. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty for the gauntlet preparation.
Prepare.
Oh, man. I actually have my first ever upgrade for my crawler, so super stoked about that. I got a report on a whole bunch of cool stuff, especially from the graphite in my Traxxas modified transmission. Yeah, I don't know if that's what gave me the win, but I was lucky enough to get the win. So I will
win.
Yeah, look at he's like 34 shows. Oh man, the TikTok, buddy. TikTok.
It's gonna be so quick.
Oh yeah. We got to thank you guys for joining in. Like I said, we got a stacked show, and we are gonna get ready for this Great Lakes Gauntlet. I don't know if it's just because I got a crawler, but now my feed is it's 3 race ones and then a crawler one, and I never really had crawler stuff now. So
there's a lot more. It's a lot more crawlers out there than you would expect.
Way more. I'm blown away, and the support from the community has been amazing. I don't know if you see my video of Family RC, and they had an epic indoor and outdoor crawler course, like massive too. And I was blown away. So I can't wait to get back there with my crawler now that I got some cool things to show off. And if you've been following along on the fan page, you'll see the build that I'm talking about, and you'll see it live tonight because I can't wait to show off some of the stuff that I was able to pick up. But why am I building a crawler, eh?
That's a good question. It's so strange.
Yeah, it is strange. You know
like
what?
Yourself.
Yeah, like honestly, I'm even struggling getting it back together, and I was surprised I was able to run it for like awesome. And then he's like, "Let's do the transmission." I'm like, "Well, okay." So guess what? We got the transmission out for you guys for the show, so it's gonna be awesome. The crawler is a game changer, especially if you know what, John. The anticipation is what's exciting me the most, and to finally meet a whole bunch of the fans that tune into the show weekly or bi-weekly. Well, now weekly with Steve doing his, but man, the crawling scene has been very inviting, and I gotta say, the aftermarket support.
Oh, it's
I'm
huge.
a little intimidated. I was asking Tyler, I was asking Jeremy. Everybody else has been stepping up to really try and point me in the right direction, because I don't mind spending money, but I want to spend it in the right way, because I feel like you can go down the wrong hole real fast with this stuff.
Yeah, you can. I mean, there's multiple companies make the same part or very similar parts. Some fit better, some not so much, and sometimes you get what you pay for. And then there's just, you got, the scale aspect, you have,
so cool.
Your durability aspect. It's really, you've got your comp aspect. There's really all kinds of different avenues, and it really depends on how you want to build your, your vehicle.
Well, that's why I'm looking forward to seeing the differences at the Great Lakes Gauntlet. Like this event seems to be huge. The multimedia and the coverage and the sponsors that they're presenting. I think they got 3 food trucks that are going to be on site.
It'll be nice. I'm excited. I've never been to the event. I've heard good things about it, and I think it keeps growing. And it seems like there's a lot more sponsors this year than I've noticed in the past. So especially with CowRC joining up, and I think it'll be even bigger. The following years. Hopefully, we can make a difference. All we're about when we go up to the gauntlet is for you guys to approach us. We're going to set up a booth. We're not selling anything. We're just doing demos, and we're cleaning your vehicles and helping you maintain them, showing you how to maintain them with the CowRC products. That way, and then what we're going to be doing is giving a discount code that's good for the event. So we're going to show you, how to clean, how to lube up your vehicle, how to degrease it, all that good stuff. And then you can go out to the website, purchase, your very own RC maintenance products from CowRC with a discount code and enjoy them.
A special discount code if you're at the event too, which is going to be
for only people there. Yep.
Yeah. And then obviously we got our CowTech code that we never talk about. We always forget about that. And don't forget, I see Instagram. You guys are awesome. I love that you follow on Instagram. But remember, when we do the giveaway, and we have 2 awesome giveaways tonight, you got to switch over to either Facebook or YouTube to be eligible to win for the prize. Because you got the hashtag in the comments. And if it doesn't show up in the actual comment, it does not enter you in, unfortunately. So please make sure you travel over to that. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to setting up our booth. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing the stories from you, the product users. And if you're not a product user and you're very curious about what CowRC can do for you, man, stop by, man. Like we're super friendly. We're excited to see your rigs, and we'll help you show what the products can do to properly maintain those rigs. And I'm finding out there's 3 levels of crawler people so far. There's ones that want the ultimate in performance. There's ones that want the middle ground where they want like the durability and the waterproof. So they're like, they're kind of like the ultralight grease. And then you got the ones that don't want to do maintenance at all, and they are full on utter butter. So I'm seeing the differences now, and it's awesome to see because everybody has a reason for why they love the CowRC products, and I can't wait to show them off live at the event. And who knows, man, we're going to be getting some amazing content. We're going to have some stickers to smash onto your rig. And who knows, man, some pictures and stuff like that. We're going to try and do some very cool stuff with you guys because we want to interact with everybody that has used the products and everybody that's interested in the product. So you got a cool story, you got to stop by and hang with us for a bit, man. We'll have extra chairs where everybody can come and get comfy and check out the products. We'll have an awesome display. I'm hoping to have, enough product to clean all these vehicles because I keep hearing the entry count climb, and I'm
what is it?
Well, I heard it's over 800 already coming committed.
Wow.
And last year they had 1,500, and I'm like, the most I've ever seen at an event was probably PNB, and that was just under 1,100. And to me, that was crazy because it goes 24 hours a day. Yeah. And crawling, Well, this is my first crawling event. I don't even know what to expect. I know I'm bringing a 1.9 Toyota 4Runner to have some fun, and whatever happens, as long as I get to meet some cool people,
that's right,
and clean some vehicles and maintain them and show you how CowRC has the best products on the planet, we did our job. That's all.
And what Adam and I are going to be doing also during the event is just collecting content, right? So we've got obviously many episodes following the gauntlet. We're going to have some gauntlet hangover type of episodes and showing some clips, right? So we're going to spend some time putting some clips together of us, at the event, some fans at the event, us helping you out at the booth. Interactions, all that type of stuff, some testimonials. We'd love to see some testimonials of something that you've used from CowRC and how it's improved your RC life somehow, those type of things we're looking for. So, again, it's, Adam and I are here we're not really here to compete. We're just kind of, hanging out, having some fun, dabble in some RC stuff but really here just to, show you guys what all the products are about and help you out.
I am doing that, Jeremy. I don't care. I'm obviously I gotta bring the big beast, but definitely doing the Ring of Fire. But did you see that? Beat the Creek hit over 2,500 entries.
Yeah, it's insane. I didn't go this year, but I went the year previous, and when it was I think 2,000 or something like that, or 1,700. But it's a lot of people.
What? Bring a race car too? He's saying bring a race car too, huh?
I
got enough room, so
I don't know, something to go fast.
I can definitely. Well, I got a couple of those.
Bring one of your truggies or something.
Yeah, because I don't think Nitro is going to be I'll bring some. I'll bring everything electric then. I'll just bring.
People will be like, "What is that noise?"
Yeah, why has he got a starter box?
Why is that electric motor
making that guy's weird. Yeah, who's that weird? Who brought the weird guy?
Right, that you'd be singled out pretty quickly.
Oh man, hey, yes, actually, I am bringing both pit bikes just to make it easier for me and the wife to get around because the one crawler coach is way off site. So,
okay,
we don't want to have to walk 5 miles there and back. So, I definitely think bringing the pit bikes is awesome.
Smart.
And yeah, Heath was nice enough to hook me up with some graphics for the pit bike. So it's definitely going to be the CowRC pit bike. I don't know if you see my daughter painted them for me and rebuilt them. So it definitely looks cool. Freestyle bashing is so much fun. Yes, I agree. That's why I'm definitely bringing something for the Ring of Fire. I got that covered for sure. I'm looking forward to that. Wishing there was a big crawling event near me, but there isn't. Nick, where you located, bud? That'd be cool to hear where you guys are from. But yeah, the more that I can make it, the merrier, man. I'm super stoked about it. Yeah, as you guys know, it's going to be my first ever crawler event. Like, people are messaging me. I didn't even know that there was a crawler community in Windsor, Ontario.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, it's a club?
I messaged. I'm like, where are you guys located? Yeah, so we'll see. Just ordered the CowRC tech shirt. Yeah. You guys can get these online.
Jason.
They're awesome. But thank you. WA State, is that
Washington?
Okay,
Washington State.
Washington State. So yeah, so
might be out there.
Yeah, that is a big trip then for sure. But I don't know, man. Do we want to get into the bearings or?
We do.
Yeah,
let's do it. We got a big show tonight. We'll see if we can get through it all.
Big show. All right, so I'm going to switch my camera over here, and you got to let me know if you can still hear me. So I got it all set up here.
I can hear you.
So obviously, we're going to be using the ultra thin oil with you know what?
What's that?
The ultra thin oil with PTFE.
What's that? Ultra thin oil. That's what you're using?
Yeah. On the bearings.
Yep.
So the yellow Moo Slick, and it is obviously one of my favorites. Right here. Can you see it?
Yes, we can see you.
Perfect. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get as close to the action as I possibly can here. And I've been having a lot of fun with this new gimbal, man. It is money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in here and you're going to see what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give a little bit of fluid. Just a dab will do you too. And you'll see the foaming action pull it right in.
Just disappears.
Gone.
Andrew, using your new technique.
I am using the new technique. I was told that if you use your thumb, it makes it so much easier. So I'm going to move these ones out in the middle so you can actually see. And you'll see it slowly dissipate.
Look at that.
And it's just a dab. So less product is actually more, and it is so quick to get into the seals. Now, all these ones on the top, the smaller ones, are the metal sealed ones. And the bottom ones, I actually took the seals off just so you can see it ahead of time on the show. And basically, there's multiple different ways, but this way you actually get the penetrating action and you get better protection doing it this way. Now, you can see it's already in there and it's already seeped in through and past the seal. Another thing that I was told, and this is going to be a first time for me, I've never tried it, but the ultralight grease is also an option if you want to just set it and forget it. If you want the ultimate in performance, because I've noticed that there's multiple different people in crawling that have a different need, so I'm going to go over both. So obviously, we're going to try this one. I've never done it with the ultralight grease, but I've been told that there's a couple that do it with the ultralight grease. So there's the foaming action. Let's see it penetrate. But don't forget that the ultralight grease needs longer time to cure. So remember that when you're switching between this. Obviously, it will give you better protection, but it will, be a little thicker. Whereas the ultra thin oil is the ultimate for performance. So you can see it's still taking time. So actually, that one's still penetrating. Let me do this one here just to show you the difference. So I almost did it wrong.
Hey, Adam, here's a comment that Mr. Ghost made. He said, if you stand the bearings up after 5 minutes, it will help keep the oil in the bearings. Have you done anything with that before?
Well, if you can do it correctly, so if you do it right, like watch this, you'll see it actually, the foaming action, see that? It actually pulls it right past the seal, so you don't have to worry about standing it up. And you can see inside the bearing, it'll penetrate everywhere inside the bearing. I don't know if that's a clear picture or not.
Yeah, it is.
But it is penetrating. And the oil one is still penetrating, but it's still bubbling. So definitely a good idea to stand it up, but I'm using even more product than I think you need. Once you get it down pat, and the technique that I was told to use is your thumb, you actually have more control with your thumb on the valve than you do the old way that I was doing it, wasting more product. I was just trying to be a finger guy, and it wasn't working.
Yeah, me too.
He had me practice on that, and to be able to do it and have the foaming action, that's where you actually get the benefits of the product. A lot less is more, because I was one of the guys that I would just take an old cap, fill up the cap with the fluid, and I would submerge my bearings in there. And obviously, you're using a lot more product, but you're not getting the whole effect that you need when you actually see it pulling through and doing the foaming action, and the chemicals actually penetrating through and properly coating it. Obviously, I think he said it was, I don't want to say 50%, but it's noticeably better if you do it with this technique. It does take some work, but you use less product. So always cool to do. It's taken me a few tries to master, but you know what? The amount that you would put into a little bin to keep reusing this way is so much better. So you can see now the oil is basically penetrated through, and it is basically good to go now. And I'm curious what the difference is between the two.
Well, if you saw, like Jason made a comment, he said for crawling, ultralight grease, but for speed, the oil is the way to go. So I guess maybe it depends on what type of crawling you want to do. Some fast crawling you want to do. I mean, I think to your point, Adam, there's lots of different people in crawling, and not even like in all maybe bashing a little bit too, but having like guys who are rebuilding their trucks after every competition. You have guys maybe do it casually, and then some that are just going to do it once and never ever again. And so, like you mentioned, the grease might be the way for the guys who just want to like set it and forget
one and done.
Yeah, one and done. And hey, it just depends on how much you're running your vehicle. If you've got a bunch of them, like a lot of us do, you're not running the same one all the time. So you're kind of spreading out that wear, and it might be fine. If you're in the water all the time, that obviously makes a difference.
Butter for sure.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on what you're interested in. That's kind of what we're all about here at CowRC is showing you the different ways to do a similar technique, and it's just based on how you're using your vehicle.
The thumb was a game changer for me to get better control, because I can actually apply better pressure with my thumb. It's a little bit stronger, but he just said you get better adhesion and lifespan. It'll be many times improved. So I'm thankful that he showed me that. And on my modified build, because you got to run it all stock, I did it to all of my bearings with the seals out, and I was using just the ultra thin oil. And man, everybody knows that I'm not cheating, because my car's been checked repeatedly amount of times. But I'm telling you, the game changer for the rotation and pulling the power out of the turns was the graphite. I am blown away by it. And I told you guys I would report back. Like I said, they were nice enough to let me win two fast guys weren't there though, so I got to give a shout out to Robbie Quick and Kyle Gill. They were not there to put me on the third step. But anyways, I was lucky enough to win because you do have to finish. And the graphite, when I pulled it apart, the transmission was still spot on. No damage, no broken teeth, no like any abnormal wear. I could probably go another event without recoding. Me being paranoid, I recoded it again before I put it back together. I'm like, if I already have it out, I would be silly not to make sure that it is good. So I'll report back if I have any issues. But based on performance, you're not beating it, because I think I told Tyler that I was using the Hilgato. No, not Steve Hilgato. Todd from Drag Race.
Soltero.
Thank you. I messed up his name. I was using the Utter Butter mix with the ultralight grease to get the consistency I wanted, and I thought that was like going to be the jam until graphite came out, and then I'm like, well, I'm gonna try full graphite. Yeah.
No, I mean, no doubt. It's. I mean, well, look how many like on the Moo Slick line. Usually it was Moo Slick silicone spray for everything. It was bearings. It was shocks. It was hinge pins. It was everything, right? And then we started getting more meticulous into specific things. We got the oils and the grease, and now we have the graphite. So who knows what is next? There might be a blue can. Who knows? Who knows? We got almost every color covered.
But on the X-Max stiffs, man, I don't know. I know Mr. Ghost is running 8S, and he's packing a punch in his X-Max. So you know what? I don't know. I honestly don't have an answer for that. If you have an extra diff sitting around, would I do all three at once? No. I would definitely experiment with one first, but definitely for sure. So he's saying the foaming actions gives incredible creep, which you saw live on the show. Hopefully it was clear enough for you guys. Also triggers the adhesive factors, which is awesome. The adhesive factors is what actually gives you the longevity over just spraying it into a can and then throwing your bearings into the can. That's what is awesome. And then to set the cure in motion. So obviously the oil, I would be able to just wipe off the excess and I could throw those in my car right now. Whereas the grease, it's 24 hours. So keep that in mind when you're building. If you're in a rush, make sure you're using the correct product as well. And now I just want to throw out this little tidbit as well, because one of my favorite products is the Moo Clean Degreaser. And if you use it on the bearings, if it's a sealed bearing, especially a metal one, you got to remember the evaporate isn't going to happen as fast as it does when it's exposed to air. So keep that in mind, because you want to make sure that you give it a couple minutes to ensure that it is completely dry, because you don't want to spray the oil or the grease into it expecting a good adhesion if you have the degreaser in there mixed in. So make sure it's dry before you do that. Jay,
good question for you.
I am going to get with you and Johnny, and I'm going to demo it on your kit. You're lucky enough to be running S-Works Canada, so I am going to hook you up with a CowRC spa day, and we're going to hook it up, man. It's going to be awesome.
I like that.
We will get you ready for the King's race, and hopefully Johnny can battle it out for the win. So Moo Slick tire wash and the silicone is my Nick. Yeah, honestly, you know what? Should we get to the second part of what I'm supposed to be doing here?
Yes, get to the hard part here.
All right, so let me switch the camera here, and we will watch this transition though. This transition is like so smooth now.
Yeah, your focus on the camera, sweet.
So hold on. Let me there's the crawler now, and obviously my task was to get the transmission out. Voila, look at that.
Wow, that was quick.
Hey, did you see that?
Quick disconnect pins on that.
And hopefully, you know what, I can get it together. But what I wanted to show off, honestly, was my first upgrade.
Oh, your trail wheels.
I can't believe how heavy. Like, did you hear that? Like, it's like
a
brick.
brass rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Trio makes nice stuff.
I got them because of you. So, and then I also got these J Concepts, and they are called the megalithic. And I hope that they're a good pick for. Yeah, I hope they're a good pick for the Great Lakes Gauntlets. A lot of people help me out pick it for the conditions that we're going to be facing. So I'm looking forward to getting that and having some fun with it. So
we'll bring a bunch of tires and wheels with us. I'll bring everything I've got so that way you can try out some and we'll see what works the best.
Oh, see, I appreciate that. I can do that, man. I can't wait for this to be the success I know it's going to be and get you to an 8-scale race. Okay,
yeah.
So is this centered good enough or no?
Yep, you look good.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to start pulling this apart. And thank God I'm filming because hopefully I can get this thing back together. So this is obviously my brand new kit that I just got. Oh, okay, so that's not bad. So that's like just the slipper. That's the motor. So this looks very familiar to me. I'm not intimidated yet.
Yeah, you got to dig deeper.
Yeah, I got to go deeper. Yeah.
You don't need any grease where you're headed right now.
No, it looks pretty easy right now. Okay, got that off, and then the motor has to come out, I'm sure.
Yep. And Mr. Ghost says your crawler is so shiny and new. It won't be
long. For now. I can't wait to get it dirty. Okay, so now do I have to take off the slipper?
Yeah, you probably want to take that off.
Take the slipper off. Man, you know what? I love that you know how to do all this stuff. That makes it so much easier.
Crawlers RC says that he said that that's a good tire to use, one you picked.
Okay, a lot of people have been reaching out and helping me out, and guys and girls, I really appreciate it because I'm such a noob to the crawler stuff. It's not even funny. Okay, so
there's your so you gotta take your plate off there, or you can go to the back. I mean, the nice thing of these transmissions is you can you gotta go all the way around anyway. So you want to make sure you take your drive shafts off as well.
Oh, take the shafts off too?
Yeah, you have to take those off because if you don't, the cover won't come off.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing I have the speed bit here. Holy cow. So you guys are going to see this with us. What's that?
Mike Carter has a question about what's the name of the product that repels dirt. I'm sure you're probably talking about the Moo Slick silicone spray, Mike. That's the product that we use to put on bodies, your axles, your chassis, your frame rails, all that type of stuff. So that way, once you clean it, it helps helps. I shouldn't say it doesn't help repel dirt, but it helps make dirt stick a lot less. A lot less. That way, it's easier to clean off later.
Okay, you guys ready? Can you guys see this?
Yes, sir.
Oh wait, we got to take off.
The drive shaft off. Yep. Right. Well, sounds like you have a lot of good recommendations for your megalithics tires there, Adam. So seems like you picked wisely.
They're making me happy then, because it's definitely weird me getting non-racing tires. They're probably the slowest tire I have in my bin now.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I see them.
Dude, there's a lot of gears in here. Holy hell. I don't even know how to hold it.
Oh, yeah. Take your left hand, kind of tip it up like so they'll go all like flying up. No,
there we go. Okay, thank you. Good tip. That was a good tip.
Yeah, they'll all go flying. So so how's the grease? So this is the first time you've opened it, right?
Yeah. So
is it lubed up? Okay.
There's the grease right there. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Not really.
So that's it. There's one glob, and then the rest of it's clean. Like look how clean that is.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Is that centered? I can't tell because I'm like
you're fine. It looks good.
Okay. All right. But how's the focus? Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. Whatever you're doing is good.
All right. So what we're going to do is obviously we are going to hit this with the cleaner and degreaser. Let me go grab that real quick.
Yeah, definitely. At least there's some lubrication, but I mean that's the thing is like, sometimes you get these RTRs and they've got lubrication in them. Sometimes it's just bad. It's super watered down, and then sometimes it's just not. I don't know how it doesn't get covered the whole transmission, all the gears. I guess because it hasn't been used yet, but you just never know. So it's always best to check.
I got 4 feet with it, so I'm gonna move this camera down a little bit, and then hopefully you guys can see here. And basically, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blast this off.
Yep.
And it was only in
a
few spots. Yeah.
Clear degreaser is great.
Oh, I love it. And look at how fast it's evaporating too. That's the one thing I enjoy about it. But remember, if it's not in the right spot, like if it's a sealed spot, you definitely have to make sure you give it time to evaporate because it needs the air as the evaporant to make sure that it's cleared out. So for this, all I'm going to do, so now you can tell. Let me see if I can get this lined up again for you. How's that?
Yes, beautiful. Okay.
So you can see I got almost, you can see a little bit on the top there. I'll clean that off. I'll wipe that off. But basically there's no residue left whatsoever. So one blast, you saw that. I was trying to do it on camera. It's very hard to line everything up, but I'll do it.
Oh, here's a good tip from Jeremy Burris. He says, so this is the time. So in your package with your instructions, you should have received an overdrive gear or gear.
I did. Remember, I was talking to you about that.
Yeah, and you want to run those for sure. And Jeremy's right. But so it must be a transmission gear. That's in there. So I know you're doing a demo right now, but for your own behind the scenes, add that in there.
Okay, so yeah, I just want to ask if somebody can answer while I'm doing the demo. These are the gears that came extra, and it's to do something to the front that I think the front is faster than the rear. And that's what I want to do. Is the front faster?
Yeah, so the overdrive is going to give you more speed up front, so it looks like those two gears, it looks like we're looking at them right there. One's up front.
Yes, because there's one's for the front drivetrain and one's for the rear. So if I want
them go in, I think both of those are going to go in. It's because you're pairing them together, so you can't use like the stock gear set because the teeth have to mesh, right? So you got to put both those in right there.
Correct. So if you look, this is to drive the front, and then this is to drive the rear.
Lower your. There you go.
Okay, so the top gear here and the top gear here is to drive the front. And then underneath, I don't know if you can see inside there. Oh, yeah, there we go. So the gear underneath is for driving the rear. And then obviously the gear underneath there is for I almost lost the pin. Good thing I have a magnetic. Yeah, good thing I got the magnetic mats. Is to drive the rear. So I was super scared to pull this apart because I wasn't sure if I was going to get it back together. It's not as bad as I thought. And I don't think I needed to pull the slipper off. So future reference, I do not need to pull the slipper off.
Good point.
So obviously, if you look, I'm going to grab my tub of butter.
And kind of one thing I know you're working on here, Adam, but just for everybody else, when you're using that cleaner degreaser, now there's bearings in here, right? So you're going to want to re-lubricate those bearings because you're going to get that degreaser on there as you're cleaning off those gears. You just want to make sure you re-lubricate that.
That is an awesome tip. Yeah.
So I remember, when I first started with CowRC, I would use the cleaner degreaser on a lot of things and just kind of totally overlook those bearings. And, inevitably they get, that degreaser gets on the bearings and I wouldn't re-lubricate them. That just escaped me. So it's a learning tool for me to pass on to others.
Yes. And that is like a pro tip right there. So you can see now, hopefully you can see that.
Yep. Looks good.
Okay. So I have the otter butter applied to the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually leave this apart. I thought I was going to be able to put it back together for you guys live on the show, but I am going to listen to you guys, the viewers, which makes it awesome. And I am going to do the underdrive or overdrive for the front.
Yeah,
so everybody recommends it, right? So
look at it this way. At least you didn't get to the gauntlet and then say, hey, I've got overdrive in here. What are these other gears for? And then they'll say, that is the overdrive.
That is the overdrive. Yeah. So that is, that would be horrible. I would be really, I'd be really upset. But people were also asking about where to put the graphite and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
In items like this, where the pins are and stuff like that, that is an awesome place that's going to be exposed to the elements that can protect it. But I want to throw it out there. It doesn't have a corrosion protection. So if you're looking to get wet and nasty and stuff like that, obviously graphite might not be for you. But I heard there was some performance people in here. If you want the ultimate in performance, graphite is it's a must. I've been a racer my whole RC career, per se. This is going to be my first kick at the can with this stuff here, and I'm enjoying the ride. But I'm finding out stuff to do with the products along with you, which makes it even more special. So I'm super stoked just to kind of see where this trip leads me. And I'm telling you, the product is amazing in more ways than one. All right. Okay. Good. Man, that was fun. And sorry I didn't put it back together. I will. I'm listening to you guys, man. You guys have the crawlers. You guys have all the comments.
I mean, this is really cool. I mean, this is really, I would say this is one of the maybe first times on the show where we, had somebody, live taking apart an assembly that's never taken this apart. And people throwing in comments, you're asking questions. I mean, everyone's kind of helping you build along. I think, we could be onto something, kind of going forward. I think that was really cool.
Well, the cool thing for me is, man, I didn't even know how to hold it because I've never taken one apart, guys. So I was I was nervous. It's like, how am I going to get this back together, man? We only got one more episode before the Great Lakes Gauntlet. So we got to get this thing. Yeah, we got to get this thing banging. And there was one thing that I wanted to ask, because obviously it says that my electronics are waterproof. I am still going to use this. So I'm going to make sure my electronics are waterproof. And I did notice that my kit came with a waterproof receiver box. Do you guys recommend running a waterproof receiver box?
I mean, I usually waterproof the receiver.
That's what I'm going to do.
So that's I kind of do. I mean, take it for like the grease. There's supposed to be grease in the transmission, So maybe don't take it for granted with the waterproofing either.
Yeah. No, that's super cool. And holy crap, 54 replaces the 53, and the 26 replaces the metal, and that gives you the most overdrive offer. Thank you. Sweet. I'm going to go back, and that's what I'm going to put in, because I was going to look it up and see kind of what I want. So the front is what you want faster, so it pulls in. And okay. Yeah,
you're pulling yourself up obstacles. So that front's the hardest, the hardest part to get up the obstacle.
Perfect. No, I wouldn't have known that. Like that.
And that's usually where you want your weight too. So if you're adding some weight and you want some weight bias, weight up front when you're crawling is good as well.
I'm going to share with everybody, because obviously I'm a racer. I got scales for my RC. So I'll scale my thing and show you guys and get hints and tips. So stay tuned for that on obviously the CowRC fan page, because I've been appreciating all the help. And obviously they said those tires were a pretty darn good pick. So I'm super happy with that too.
Yeah, no, you sound like, you're set up. You got some down low weight. You got some good grip. Got some good lubrication going on here. Now it's just up to the driver at this point.
Oh, geez, no pressure. So the other thing that I did want to mention is with the udder butter is that there is this as well. When I'm at the track, I like using this because all I do, I just pull the back case off and I can get right in there and apply the perfect amount while it's still in my car. Put the thing back on and I'm good to go. Obviously with the S-Works, it has the easy diffs to get to. This one, believe it or not, It wasn't that hard. I was nervous to do it on the show, but I probably could have took the screws out of the bottom case plate in order to release it, and then all the drivetrain was free enough. Because why? We did that on the last show and showed you guys how to properly lubricate it. So I'm definitely leaning towards the ultralight grease in the tubes, and then I'm going to be doing the graphite on some of the parts for the 4-link and the 3-link. So anything that's going to be exposed to the elements, I do not want to get anything that would have an increased chance of sticking dirt to my vehicle. So obviously I'm going to be using the graphite on that. Let me grab it real quick. So I'm like super stoked and excited to be showing it off. So some of the places that I'm going to be using graphite are on the links here, the links here. And when you actually have time, or you're going to get the custom cool links that I've seen to create for collars and stuff like that, I'm going to actually lubricate inside where the threads go with the graphite as well. So I'm going to hit all 4 points. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then on the other side, I'm also going to do the upper links and do 1, 2, 3, 4. So all 8 links are going to be treated with the graphite. So that'll be super cool. Now on the front side, it's a really weird design for me. I'm not used to it yet, but it's a modified 3-link. So you got the 2 links down here, which is the 4 contact patches, which of course it's going to be with the graphite. Then you got the one to the chassis, which makes it a 3-link because it just goes to the top of the housing to stop it from rotating, obviously under load. Yeah. And then the steering links I'm going to do as well. Now, Tegan was nice enough to send me aftermarket servo. I'm going to swap out my servo. So I'm going to have T300. Yeah, everybody told me to do it. So I am going to upgrade the steering servo. And Tegan is buttery smooth. So no pun intended, using the udder butter today.
Now make sure you waterproof that guy too.
100%. It will be waterproof. I'm going to be taking all the pictures of how we are going to waterproof it. But if you didn't see our episode where Jeremy actually takes us through and teaches everybody how to use this properly, I even have the hanging roach clips because of that show. So it was an epic show. He schooled both of us big time.
Oh yeah, I've watched him do that presentation like twice live, and every time I learn something new, because it's just you take for granted on how meticulous it is. It really matters a lot. I've burned up plenty of electronics that were waterproof, like other people have said in here, and they waterproof. You want to get a little water on them, but when you're all the way up to the roof in water, that's a whole different story.
Hey, he says it's hard to get in Canada. So you know what? Reach out to me, Adam Ross. Facebook's the best way. Reach out to me, and I will definitely help it be a lot easier. Trust me. So for the waterproof, please make sure keep the caps tight. I'm finally down to a line where you can see I'm like going through it meticulously now, because before I always thought more was better, but more is not better. Watch the show and you'll get a tip. So now you have some shocks ready to rock.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let me switch my.
I know I took up like 45 minutes of the show.
Okay.
Sorry.
It shouldn't take too long here. Let me throw down my.
So while he's getting ready, while he's getting ready, let's throw up the hashtag real quick too, because we haven't done that yet. All right. We are going to bring up the hashtag. So remember, once again, if you are on Instagram users, you have to switch over to either YouTube or Facebook and hashtag butter for your chance to win. Udder Butter is the one giveaway, and the second giveaway is going to be the ultralight oil. So it'll be super cool.
So yes, So what we are going to do here is, so well, here, we're going to have to do it sideways here. So the cleaner degreaser, right? So the Moo Clean cleaner degreaser. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get, basically we're simulating a shock rebuild. So I've got a set of shocks that had some silicone in it, right? You can see it, all the remnants of that. And what we're going to do is rebuild this. So we're kind of going through is, this shock is dirty. It's got grit in it. The shock oil is worn out, and we need to rebuild this thing. So really the first thing we're going to do is get it clean, right? So I've got it all disassembled here. Got the O-ring out. I'm going to get these other bits out that are plastic that don't need to get clean because they have not gotten silicone on them. And really what we're doing is just kind of clean everything out. So I'm going to shoot in here, get around here, get the piston, get the shaft, get those things cleaned up, right? And kind of wipe them down. And what we're doing is getting rid of all the dirt, all the old silicone in it, and getting ourselves ready to reapply clean products here. So what we're kind of trying to do is get these shocks lubricated so they are buttery smooth and you don't have any resistance. Everything's moving smoothly as it should. And what we're going to do for that is we're going to do the Moo Slick silicone spray, right?
Yeah.
So, hey, silicone and silicone goes together. But the one thing you want to make sure is when you are doing your application to your shock bodies and your piston, your shaft, you want to wait 24 hours and let the Moo Slick cure before you start introducing your favorite weight of shock oil. And so what that is what we're doing is we're not trying to mix these two together. We're trying to provide a smooth surface so that way everything that's moving around, including the piston and the shock shaft, is moving around, so it's moving freely. So all you have to worry about is what weight oil that's in here and not whether you got grit and dirt or just some friction going on here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to spray the piston, spray the shaft, and I'm going to spray inside the shock body as well. So what we're going to do is let it cure. So cure for 24 hours, preferably. And that way you've got a nice, basically frictionless surface. So when you rebuild this guy, you're going to be back in business here. I'm kind of going a little bit ahead. If I can find that. There we go. So rebuilding this isn't so difficult. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you a tip is this little O-ring here. So this becomes one of these seal points that some starts failing and you start losing some of that silicone. So what am I going to use is the udder butter. So what that's going to do is just going to give us a little bit of lubrication. It's going to fill in those little gaps. So as it's going to give us some a little bit more moisture going on in here. So that way it's not shrinking, it's not cracking. It's going to give us, that little bit of tighter bond here. So all I'm going to do is just give a little bit of a dollop of that. Don't need too much. Like Adam,
I love that applicator.
Always says, oh yeah, it's so nice because you're not like, the big tubs are good for some parts and these are good for others, right? So it's more specific stuff. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put that O-ring back in here. So that way, there we go. Well, actually, I'm going to get my tool here. Well, anyways, you got the point. But
it's harder than it looks to do on
camera. It'll go in there at some point. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah. So that's really the cure. The whole point of it is let it cure 24 hours before you start putting your favorite silicone in there, and that way you got a nice resistant, frictionless resistant. So that way, you're gonna be better off. It's gonna work the way it's supposed to, and you're gonna have a lot of success with that.
So another tip that I just want to let everybody know, when you're building it brand spanking new, I actually put udder butter on the threads. Not only does it make adjustment a little bit easier, for racing applications, if I want more droop, I actually walk my shocks off a couple threads, and I use the thread measurement to give the increased droop. So there's another tip there.
Yeah.
Also, I put the udder butter on it first before I slide it through the O-rings so I don't damage any of the O-rings that I just coated with like the butter. So like definitely one of those things.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. All these little parts, and I mean, like you were saying, Adam, on the racing side, it's so imperative to get these things right. On the crawling side, maybe not as much. It's more for long-term use, right? And having good, good use out of these shocks. But like on the racing side, it matters all. I mean, it's really tires and shocks are really where you're at.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. The biggest thing for racing, and I'm starting to find out for crawling, is the shock package. So if you can't put the power down in crawling or racing, it don't matter. So definitely cool. He just said that the syringe is one of the most sold products on the site.
Nice. I love it. It's what I use all the time. I mean, I even like, well, and actually, what we do need to do, going off topic, is we need to show an episode of how we refill these guys. I know there's a special way to do it. I don't know it, and I need the master to show us because I have a tub, one of the 2-pound tubs, and it's like I prefer to use this all the time, but I need to refill it.
Oh, for sure. I love my syringes for sure. Mike, man, wicked setup at the track this weekend. I was following along with you this weekend. Good job. Definitely looking pro, bro. And I have the lights on the way. Tyler already has it installed. That's why he's so bright and high def today. Yes. A little jealous. Like his camera's looking, really good. I should be the co-host today because he's got the pro setup rocking today.
It's been a long time coming for me. I should have done this a long time ago.
Dude, when you turn it on, you asked me what one's better. I was like, it was instant. I was like, holy crap, what did you do? But those lights are. Yeah, those lights are awesome. So yeah, I say, Bruce, it's such an easy product to use. It protects everything. Like I love it. Like especially with racing and stuff like that, doing all the diff changes that we do, it is pretty good. You know what, Tom? Yeah, it is a priority. Nice car, by the way. We were out at the Dirt Oval last night watching all the race in action with the fam. Super cool to see your profile pic. That looks like a min mod, I'm guessing, but super cool there. Man, I can't believe we busted through an hour. I'm sorry it took up so much time, but
I'm surprised we got through everything. I mean, we had a full agenda, and I think we were pretty efficient with our time.
And not horrible. The only thing I didn't get to was the graphite, but what I will do is I'll do some special posts for everybody and show off what I did to the transmission, because when I pulled it apart, I wanted to see what it looked like so I could share it with all you guys, and I'll show you how I reapplied the graphite to my diff in there, and then I'm going to see and do all the links on the crawler, so I'll share that with you guys. I'm actually going to open the T-Reel rims, and then obviously the tires are good. The one question I'm going to post up in the fan page is what insert. I know inserts are important, and guys, I went down the rabbit hole, and I'm mind boggled. I don't know which ones to go with.
30 different answers, that is for sure.
Oh, really? It's going to be like that, eh? Because
I mean, personally, I like the 3D printed inserts. I think there's a couple brands out there. I'm not a fan of the dual stage ones. Those are always. I just don't get the performance I think I want out of those. But there's a bunch of different 3D printed ones. The silicone ones are the kind I like.
Yeah.
Those have given me the probably the most success. There are some different brands out there that do the foams.
Okay.
That you could check out as well. So it's
cool.
It's a lot of testing, right? It's just a lot of what you like the feel of. Are you on rocks? Are you on mud? Those type of things.
Right. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Once it's all said and done, this is probably going to be my spot.
What is that? I can't see that there. I'm gonna blow you up here. Oh, nice. Yeah, that was cool. You found that place.
Little plug. Dude, you would love it. I was blown away, and the video is sitting at right around 650 views. The outside track is almost at 1K, and then the walkthrough is at like 1,200. So definitely getting some hits and traction on that stuff.
So I would agree with Mike. I run both of those myself, and I find that that's probably my favorites and economical insert as well. So I think you can buy them on Amazon.
Oh, really? Perfect. So I can have them in time, because that's the big thing. Now, last question before we get to the giveaways. Do I get a winch for this puppy? And the winch that I'm looking at, will it actually fit and mount on here nicely? Because I don't want it to be gaudy. I'm going for the scale look. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. So I thought I understood, and maybe someone correct me if I'm wrong, is the kinetic cord winches are something you can use to basically get your vehicle out of a pinch. And those are they're not scale at all, but they're very, very easy to use and very quick to use. So someone correct me if I'm wrong about saying that you're allowed to use those, but that's what I think you can do. But, to each their own. But if you're looking for some speed and simplicity, those kinetic cords that you just basically tie to the bumper and it has a hook on it, you can use those.
He's like, everybody should have a winch. Yeah. No, honestly, man, you know what? I'm not going to lie. The crawling, like rabbit hole is a huge hole. I'm still tumbling down, and it's bonkers. Like, because I want to get stuff, and I'm like, holy, I want this, I want that, I want I'm like, where do I start?
Now you're gonna get a 3D. Now you gotta get a 3D printer.
Yeah, thankfully I have you guys, and you guys have been helping me out. Well, actually, somebody on here, Bobby, hooked me up, and I can't wait to show pictures off, because I was questioning about a thumb steer because I want to do content while I'm driving. What better way to do that than to be able to control your crawler with one hand and still get content?
Yeah, that's true.
Big crawler guy. I'm hoping you mean you, because I'm not a big crawler guy yet. Yes, I've literally driven it 4 feet. My crawler has only been for content. I'm dying to drive it. Like, the thing looks freaking awesome. I can't wait to put on the T-Real rims. I kept them the same color just because I like the stock look. And man, I've always wanted a 4Runner, so what the heck? Yeah. Hey, delete that comment. I don't want my wife to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's say put that away. Yeah, that's a real problem you're gonna have.
Well, I look behind you and I'm like,
that's like a fraction of them.
I believe it. No, I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. I can't wait to have some fun and just like get to clean and maintain the vehicles live and in person. Because I'm telling you, you saw Tyler, you saw me. We're struggling. I have a camera in the middle, and I'm trying to work in between with the camera in front of my face, trying to do the transmission.
Yeah,
so
it's hard to do that.
Definitely hard doing it live. So.
Camera.
But man, without you guys, we wouldn't have this show. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. So I'm going to bring up the giveaway, and we are going to give away. So we have 48 people on right now and only 33 entries. So you got a great chance. So I think there's 37 on Facebook right now. There's 14 on YouTube. So man, hashtag it up. I'll give you a couple seconds. I know. Yeah. Wait, are you saying 60? Like, is that what he means? I think that's what he means.
60 what?
Kits.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Maybe.
Because I thought he meant viewers at first. Yeah, I thought he meant viewers at first. I'm like, yeah, that would be so sick. But yeah, like, I think he meant 60 kits. Jeez,
maybe. I know Jeremy, and that would not surprise me. So that's highly likely. That's what he means.
All right. So JN Walker, Shavani 4764, and Rock Spider, you have to jump over to either YouTube or Facebook and hashtag butter in the comments. That is the only way. I seen you commenting on Instagram. It will not work. I'm sorry. Hopefully they get that fixed sooner than later. So I think everybody's entered in for the thing. Oh, yeah, look at more. It's easier to partake in beverages with the thumb steer. LOL. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, my Pepsi. It's my dad joke drink. All right, everybody, good luck. So the first thing that we're going to give away is the udder butter, correct?
Yes, a syringe of udder butter, like Ab and I were using today.
All right. I'll leave that up there. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, me too. Wild Man Joe B. Congratulations. Nice. Man, I think he was one of the original winners back in the day, so it's cool to see.
Yes, I remember his name.
And we appreciate you. So reach out to either me or Tyler, and we will hook you up and get your prize sent out. So what? I do have you. Wow. Man, there's multiple people with crazy stuff. That's crazy. All right, so now the second prize is going to be the ultralight oil. So
ultralight grease.
What's that?
Ultralight grease.
Ultralight grease. Yeah. The orange can.
Yes.
Ultralight grease oil. Final answer. Ultralight grease. Jeez Louise. You know what? We should have fixed the typo.
Reading is imperative.
Oh yeah. All right, everybody. Good luck. Tyler Pittman. Man, nice. Is he a first-time winner?
I don't know. Maybe I know his dad is on. Bruce is on a lot.
Yep.
I know he's won. I'm not sure if Tyler's won yet or not.
No, I don't think so. Congratulations, bud. Yeah, that's awesome. So once again, just reach out to me or Tyler, and we will definitely get you hooked up with your winnings. And man, guys, once again, thanks a lot for tuning in, man. I appreciate all the help and support. It has been an awesome ride. The crawler scene has been so welcoming. Everybody's been sending me great vibes, great information, and asking me what products to use. And I'm learning with you guys. So it has been an exciting time for sure. And man, I can't wait to see your picks, man. I will see you guys 2 short weeks. Last show before the Great Lakes Gauntlet. Giddy up. Can't wait. And maybe I'll actually have some run videos of my crawler in the near future. We'll see what we can do. All right, man. Bye for now.
All right, guys. See ya.